Eugene Wamalwa is a great leader, but the greatness of a leader will be defined by the unity of purpose of where he comes from. It is you to make him a great leader and propel him to great heights of leadership by being united. There is no way Eugene Wamalwa can be a great leader if you are still following Raila Odinga to show you political direction. Mtakuwa ni kazi gani mnafanya? You know, you have your own leaders who are qualified by any definition. He's been a cabinet minister for a very long time. He's seasoned. He's a great lawyer. But why would you want to follow another leader from another region to show you on your way to government? Why can't you go to the government directly? So what we are saying, we'll engage Eugene Wamalwa and others. But his relevance in the national political discourse will be informed by the unity of purpose of the Luhya nation and by numbers. So lazima kwanza mkubali, you unite under your leaders from here. Hamwezi kwenda kukodisha viongozi na mko na viongozi hapa. Itakuwa hiyo ni hesabu gani mnapiga? So we are willing to work with Eugene Wamalwa and other leaders. But it is the responsibility yenu kama jamii kupatia yeye nguvu na kumpatia yeye ile weight ya kuja kwa meza na kusema basi mimi nimekuja niko hapa 5 million. We want you to back me to be president. This is what I have brought on the table. And these people are united. But if you are not united behind that leader, how will he negotiate with other leaders from other regions? And that is myself the battle that I had with President William Ruto. Because alitaka katakata watu yangu into smaller units. You know? Anaweka Mount Kenya East hapo, anaweka hapo kando, anachukua Murang'a, anaweka hapo, nikamwambia haiwezekani. Sisi tulikupatia kura when you are united. If you want our votes, we'll give you when you are united. Anataka akatakate ndio atukalie, atutawale, tukue watumwa wake. Hatuwezi kubali. So nyinyi na nyinyi, it's a time also to liberate yourself from the politics of Raila Odinga as a community. I'm not saying you cannot work with him, but why don't you first unite as a region? And if you have to negotiate with him, you negotiate from a position of strength as a community. But you cannot be under him. It is not possible. And that is what I refuse President William Ruto. He wanted to be the leader of the Mount Kenya region. I said, you are the president of Kenya, lakini kwa jamii, there are leaders there ambaye utafanya kazi na hawa, but huwezi kuja direct kwa hawa. Lazima ukue na hao wamejipanga vizuri, ukitaka kuongea na hao uongee na jamii ambaye imeungana. And he did not want that because he knows when we are united, 8, 9, 10 million votes, we are very strong. And it is not possible to shortchange us. So you, as a region, please be united and have your own identity as a region. Na msiambiwe na watu ati ni mambo ya Kenya, ati ni ukabila, oh, we want all Kenyans to be united. You know, when I have listened to the president, when he's talking about Kenya being united, what he means is Kenya being united behind him. That is what he means. Hii akiongea ati mambo ya Kenya kuungana, what he means is behind him. Kenya is not at war with anybody. All communities are working together. The people of Mulembe and others, we are friends. There is nothing to unite us. It's you to unite as a region so that you go and engage other regions who are also equally united. So, kibarua iko kwenu, my friend from the people.
As you speak, do you think that the mountain is one? Because most of the political analysts have said that the mountain is divided.
Most of those analysts are not from that region. They don't understand that region. That region learned bitter lessons in the year 1992 and 1997, when, out of lack of experience, we fell into the machinations of President Moi and divided the region, some people behind Kibaki and others behind Matiba, and we lost. Since the year 2002, we have remained united all the time. And that is why we are always in government. And that is why we are going to be the next government. The mountain is one. In fact, we have even now, the Kamba people have come in as Mount Kenya South. The mountain is getting larger. Na tunataka hata nyinyi watu ya Mlima Elgon pia tuungane. You know, tukue watu moja so that we can make progress. You know? So those are people who are wishing that the mountain is divided so that they can manipulate us politically. I can assure you they will be sorry, they will be ashamed. the mountain will vote in one basket. To a man, 99% they'll vote in one basket. Hiyo ingine ati kugawanya, you can divide leaders. Those leaders ambaye wanatumika na rais kugawanya watu ya mlima, none of them can go home for Christmas. That tells you. Viongozi wako, they are divided, some are in Mombasa, some are in Eldoret, others in Nairobi. None of them can go to the mountain because the mountain itself is solid. And it has said those are traitors to the community. They cannot go home because they are being used by the president to divide the community. And the community has refused. I want to ask the people of Western to have unity of purpose, to be one as Western region. The 4 counties, plus your diaspora in Nairobi and Mombasa, talk as one, put together 5 million votes, and agree to come out on the voting day. And I can assure you, if you do that, you will be in government for eternity. You will never be out of government. But if you continue being divided, and you continue dealing with national matters through proxy, through a third party, where will you go as a region? And don't you have competent sons and daughters who can lead this region? Why do you need a third party to lead your community? You can just come directly to the national table as the Luya nation and bargain and negotiate your stake in whatever government that will be formed directly without going through a third party.
Yes. Considering the laws that the impeachment are trapped, and you are the leader of the mountain, there is likely that you might not be eligible for political or public office for another 10 years. Are you considering appointing any other person pushing the agenda, political agenda on the table, or you are going to challenge that in court?
I think let's cross the bridge when we reach there. The matter is in court and is ongoing. And irrespective of the outcome, I'm a leader in this country. And I have my own following, which has not been affected by the impeachment. The people of Kenya never impeached me. It's just a few MPs who are given money, senators. That is it. But I still have a large following. I have people who depend on me for political leadership. And there are many Kenyans who can lead. I don't have to be in office. Okay? There are many Kenyans, and I'm not a selfish person. I am somebody who is open-minded. What we want is the best for this country. And we have many leaders, including the ones from Western Kenya, who can lead this country. You know, and we cannot, I don't want to say what will happen in court. We have a court case, and we think the court will give us justice that is favorable to us. But it doesn't matter whatever it is that we are talking to the people, and the people are listening to us. And they are not listening to me because I am in office. I'm not in office. They are listening to me because I have something to offer, you know. And if I was as useless as the ones we pitched us wanted us to be, you'll not be following me all over and disrupting my meetings. If you look at newspapers and the social media, all the government people, they just talk about me every day, much more than they were even talking when I was in office, which means I have something to offer, and I have some significant contribution to make to the politics of this country. So we'll continue engaging. Yeah. You know, we have a desperate regime that has lost favor with the people of Kenya. Desperate people do desperate things. A police officer threw tear gas at us. The meeting went on, and the people are dealt with by Wananchi. You know, Wananchi are protecting our meetings. Our Wananchi will not allow that kind of nonsense anywhere. So the meeting still went on. Nothing stopped the meeting. These are just desperate people. They have nothing to offer the people of Kenya. There are so many questions, abductions they cannot answer, cost of living they cannot answer, poor economic management they cannot answer. They are left to desperate acts of trying to stop our meetings. In fact, those acts of trying to stop our meetings make the people more agitated by the government, and they become very rebellious. So to us, it's neither here nor there. It's just an act of desperation by a regime that has lost credibility, that has lost legitimacy, that has lost the goodwill of the people of Kenya. And when people are desperate, they are allowed to do desperate things.
Excellency, there are those who say that the attacks are planned by the people so that you can keep sympathy.
Do you want to believe that kind of thing? Do you want to believe anything this government is saying? They say there are no abductions. President said more than 5 times there are no abductions. He seems to have changed his mind and said he is going to stop the abduction. So if he is going to stop the abductions, who was doing them? Do you believe anything these people say? These people will say anything. They are not believable anymore. People are tired of lies, you know, and everything is there. It's on video. People can see what was happening. A fellow was arrested last night. The Inspector General of Police ordered that he be released unconditionally because they were behind it, and he's a police officer. But those are desperate acts. They change nothing. They just make the people more a burden.
Just on that, you have been claiming that is after that.
Who else do you think will be after my life? The answer is you all know the answer. I did not add anything more.
On matters of action, you had said that
Yes. Yes. I said they need to dismantle that unit. I didn't want to name the building because there are people there doing businesses, and you'll be putting that building and the people in that building into danger. I'm giving the government time to dismantle that unit on the 21st floor of that particular building. I said the officer is called Abel. He is a cousin to somebody very senior in his administration. The cousin now knows that we know him. So I have a feeling, I'm not sure, that the decision by the president to admit that the abductions and he'll stop them are quite informed by what I said, because we are getting nearer to the truth. So, but since the president spoke now, it's almost 64 hours. The people have not been released. We would like these young people to spend the new year with their families. So, Mr. President, you said utakomesha, lakini hawa watoto bado hufika nyumbani. Order their release from wherever they are. Waende nyumbani, wakae na wazazi wao, washerekee mwaka mpya. You know, the parents are in anguish, they are in agony. Kusema utakomesha is not enough. You need to actually do it by having those young people released. And as I said, it doesn't matter how many people you abduct, it doesn't matter how many meetings you disrupt, unless the president deal with the issues that have made the people of Kenya very angry, he's wasting his time. Even if you abduct the whole country, as long as those issues are outstanding, and they have everything to do with poor economic management, theft of public funds, corruption, state capture, and lack of respect for the people of Kenya. Hii kutukana watu wa Kenya, kusema wako na mapepo, calling them stupid, those are the issues that you have to deal with. Even if you abduct young people, it will not solve any problem. It will not.
Maybe your Excellency, I was in a city, maybe you have a question, you talked about abduction, and you see not only many people who are lost confidence in this regime, but you had info, and you try to put it here now that no one believes this guy. There is a tendency, terrifiers are going to stop abductions, but take responsibility for your children.
So the president is speaking from both sides of the mouth. He needs to just address abductions. That is what is the work of government.